All right, we are going to move on to page 194. Remember our objectives. We are multiplying decimals today by whole numbers. Okay, using repeated addition can help you place a decimal point. The whole number represents the number of times the decimal is used as an add-in. So place a decimal point in the product the same number of places from the right as a decimal factor. So that's something that we just talked about. So if we multiply this 4 times 0.83, at the end, if you go over 2, then at the product you have to go over 2. Alright? Then it gives us another example down here. 3 times 14.2. And at the end, you have 1 decimal place in 4.2. So you should have 1 decimal place in 42.6. And it shows us over here on the right, these groups, 3 groups of 14.2. I kind of find that a little bit confusing, even though it's supposed to be a visual for you. 4 groups of 0.83. It just shows it lined up on a number line type system instead of numerically. To me, it just seems a little confusing, but if you like that visual, it is there for you. All right, number 3, it tells us 4.0.95. So we're going to estimate 4 times what? Estimate, we got to guess this number. And 0.9 is it's like having 95 cents. So 95 cents is really close to $1. So it will equal somewhere around 4, because 4 times 1 is 4. So now if we do the actual, okay, 5 times 4 is 20. The 0 goes down, the 2 goes up. 9 times 4 is 36. Plus 2 is 38. 8 goes down, 3 goes up. That was a terrible 3, sorry. 4 times 0 is 0. Plus 3 is 3. So our actual, if we go over 2, our actual is 3.80. Is 3.80 close to 4? Yes, it is. So that tells you you are right. Now, if you would have done like 7.6, is that close to 4? Absolutely not. So that tells you it's not right. All right. Let's try these got it problems. Try them on your own. We want the actual figures on there, no estimations. So make sure at the end you're moving that decimal place over 2 times. I'm going to be revealing the answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, if you multiply correctly, letter A, you have gotten 1.25. Letter B, you would have gotten 35.76. And letter C, you would have gotten 23.67. If you didn't get them right, I want you to pause right now. If you didn't get them right, look at your elbow partner, see if they got it right, figure out where you went wrong. A lot of times, guys, this is just simple mathematical errors, and not really that you don't understand the concepts or you're that lost. It's just that you made a silly mistake somewhere, you got off track, you had a brain fart, something little happened, and that is why you didn't get it correct. So don't be discouraged if you didn't get them right or feel like you're failing. Check with an elbow partner. If you all got it wrong, stop and get a hold of me right now and I'll go over them with you. Or ask a teacher that's close to you or nearby as to how you got it wrong. Otherwise, we are going to go ahead and move on. All right, page 195. We're just flipping the page. Annex zeros in the product. If there are not enough decimal places in the product, you need to annex zeros to the left. To annex a 0 means you place a 0 in the beginning or end of a decimal. So for example, 2 times 2 times 0.018. Alright? we end up with an answer of 18, carry the 1, 3, 0, 0. So if this goes over 3 decimal places, this has to go over 3 decimal places. Put that decimal right there. And if there's not enough zeros, you would add a 0 to make it 3 decimal places. So I think a better example is just by doing it. I think you'll understand this better once you do it. So we can, first of all, let's check this by adding. 8 plus 8 is 16. Carry the 1. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. 0. Decimal point, 0. So all they did was, since it was 0.018 plus times 2, we're going to add 0 plus 018 plus 0 plus 018, and we will know that we are correct. Alright? Alright, let's try this one down below, because again, I think just doing it by doing is going to make it a lot easier on you. Alright, we have 0.012 times 4. Alright, let's multiply like normal. 4 times 2 is 8. Good. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 0 is 0. And 4 times 0 is 0. We go over 1, 2, 3 places. 1, 2, 3 places. To check our work, let's add them all up with repeated addition. 2 plus 2 is 4, 6, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Zeros, decimal point, zeros. Do we have the same answer? You betcha it works out. Now, I don't expect you to check by adding every time, but if you're really unsure if you got that number right, it's a really good way to check your answer and make sure you're right. Adding and subtracting, not so hard. Just line up and add, subtract. Sometimes multiplying can get a little bit tricky. Alright, try these got it problems on your own. I'm going to be revealing the answers in just a minute here, so pause. Try it on your own, see how you come out. I will be revealing the answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, if you got the correct answer, you would have gotten 0.06 for letter D. For letter E, you would have gotten 0.96. And for F, you would have gotten 0.495. If you did not get them correct, check with an elbow partner, ask a teacher in your area, find out what you did wrong. Use your repeated addition if you want, although this one would be kind of a pain because you'd have to add the same number 11 times. That seems like a lot of work. So check your work, see if you got it right. If you didn't, again, find someone near you. Remember that our objective today, we are multiplying decimals by those whole numbers. Sometimes it can get a little tough, so don't be discouraged. Alright, we are going to go on to our guided practice. So if you need a pause right now because you're not ready, please let someone near you know.